My name is Chris Chan Lee, and I'm here at this year's San Francisco International Film Festival. And I directed a music video this year that I'm showing during this week for Big Phony called Words That Define. This was really something I did as a sort of labor of love. I really respect Bobby Choi as an artist, and I love his music, and I also love the form of doing music videos as well. I've done two in the past, and it's very, compared to doing a narrative feature, which is really more sort of my realm, music videos are very free form and it allows you to be to work very much on an intuitive level as a filmmaker. So there's a lot of freedom involved in the process, and it's also very fast, you know, because it doesn't have to be as formal of an approach as a narrative work necessarily. Then, you know, you can kind of, you know, think on your feet and move quickly through the process. And I think, you know, one thing that I really aspire to do is continually make the process of filmmaking more spontaneous. Yeah, my first feature film was Yellow, and it came out a while ago in 1997, over 10 years ago now. And it was a coming-of-age drama about a group of kids in LA who happened to be Asian American, and you know, so that was like in '97, and I think, you know, what's been really interesting is kind of watching how things have changed with audiences, with the films that people are creating, and with the marketplace in general for independent films and for what can be identified as an Asian American movie. And so, I mean, I think, you know, what I've seen is kind of what we've all been experiencing, is that there are more filmmakers and there's more diversity in the kind of movies that are coming out. I do notice as an indie filmmaker, like I think the landscape of, like, you know, getting an indie movie out there and connecting with audiences and finding it, you know, it's like changing, and it's very challenging now. You know, I think with the competition from, you know, that marketing muscle of studios as well as the internet and everything, there's just so many things like kind of vying for the consumer's attention that, you know, there's like a new challenge now, you know, here and today. Like, well, how does a filmmaker now sort of, you know, solve that problem of getting their project out there, you know? And it probably will provoke them to do something different, and, you know, to keep things exciting and interesting. And one thing that has also changed is that since '97, there have been a lot of Asian American movies and a lot of filmmakers, and, you know, definitely some groundbreaking works that have further expanded the audiences, you know, the audience base. And I think, you know, we still have a ways to go, obviously, but I think now, you know, the ice is sort of cracking. Yeah, every once in a while, filmmakers come up to me and they have like a short or a documentary or narrative piece that they really want to make, and I guess, you know, if they ask me for advice, which happens once in a while, but you know, I guess the main thing I try to do is, well, I think, you know, because making these works, you know, there's always a price for, you know, the production stuff. There's always a cost, and you know, oftentimes like that is what's kind of keeping them from actually getting into production and doing it. So, so, you know, one thing I just try to say, well, if you really believe in your project, then you have to figure out what it is about this piece that inspires you, and you have to be able to sort of really, I mean, it kind of seems obvious, but sometimes it's not. You just have to take a step back and like really identify what are the strengths of this project, and why is it compelling, and then really the challenge is how do you communicate that, you know, because you're going to be meeting all different kinds of people, and you want to find your partners, you want to get people on board, and you need to get your resources and your money. So delivering that message really is crucial, you know, to getting the work made. So I think that's the most general thing I can give as filmmakers starting out is you really have to know what is your message, and you have to be able to communicate it well.